Down in Atlanta where rhythm drums strong, riders unite after a whole year gone. Heritage and history blended so sweet, a family reunion beat by beat.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna have a short Q&A. The first thing I would like to do, because we're short on time, we want to make sure that we have enough time for everyone to mix and mingle with you all, take pictures with you all as well. Please don't be long-winded. I'm trying to take my own advice. But if you can introduce yourself, say what film you were a part of, what that role was, really quickly, and then we're gonna go into some quick questions.
My name is Ricky Ricasso Nelson, and I was the director and co-writer of Thank You for Your Time.
Hi, I'm Rachel Olivia Taylor, and I was the co-writer and cinematographer of Thank You for Your Time.
Hi, my name is Trina Mara. I was the writer and co-producer for Brit.
Hi, I'm Shawanda Winston. I'm the writer, the creator of Welcome to the 40s, and lead actress.
Hello, my name is Tarnisha Small. I am also one of the lead actors in Welcome to the 40s.
Hi, my name is Keenan Daly. I'm the director, DP, and editor of Brim.
Hi, my name is Shawnick Stanford. I'm the writer, director of The Best Time.
Okay, well, I'm gonna start over here with Junior TP back there, over here, because you talking about you wrote, direct, and acted, so you was doing a whole bunch on, yes, TP. Right, that she can remember. And so I'm gonna start this question with you, and I'm gonna let anyone else kind of to jump in. When you're taking on all these different roles, they all have, they contribute different parts to the film. So take me into your favorite part about this film coming into life.
The people, bringing the village together to be able to make this happen. Simple as that, and I have to give all the glory to God for putting the right people on the journey. And so the 4 a.m. to 5 a.m., nights, morning, and then having to go to set in 3 hours. But I couldn't do it alone. It was my husband, Jeffrey Winston, Winston Productions together, and then putting this wonderful cast together, the director, the DP, everybody that played just a major role in this. And so I don't sit up here alone. It was a crowd of individuals here, and that was the best part, honestly, the collaboration.
Yeah, the collaboration, I love it. Anyone else? Your favorite part of making your film?
Oh, in general?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Favorite part of making this film was the process. So we originally got this, the funding for this film from Columbia University. A researcher proved that Alzheimer's occurs more frequently in people racialized as Black, so Black people. They found that racism causes dementia in people who are Black, and she proved it. And so she was like, I want to be able to translate my research into art. And so she contacted us to make a feature film. And that is what Brim was. Y'all got a little, maybe a 20, 15 minute intro into it, but I was the writer. I converted the science into the script, and through lots of back and forths and lots of long nights, familiar with like the 4 a.m., 5 a.m. type of calls, and it's been a really great story to cover. And yeah, I would like to hand it off to Keenan to talk about it a little bit more. Yeah.
Okay, DeBoer.
What is it? In terms of developing the project, it's just really something that I always look back on and I'm grateful for, because sometimes you're working with pennies, and that's all right. Sometimes you don't got enough funding, but people will come together for the mission. People will come together for the goal and what we're trying to represent and the message that we're trying to put out. And I think that's the most important part when it comes to these stories and the things that we're actually trying to say, is when the team comes together as a community and they're able to actually do something impactful.
Okay, so we can jump into the second question. This is going to be reserved for anyone that did not answer the first question. What was not so fun? So let's talk about some real parts. Like it could be lack of funding. Maybe you had an issue with one of the actors, or getting more visibility of someone just to believe in your project. So let's talk about what was not fun and how you pushed through it. And remember, y'all, talk fast.
I'll talk fast. Like I said, I'm the writer, director, and producer of The Best Time. My lead actress is amazing. She literally came on a week before set. My other actress pulled out and worked on another project, but it was meant for her. And so she told me on my birthday that, oh, I'm not gonna be able to do it. And yes. I was gonna do it. And I was like, all right, are we gonna still do it? And my AD, Stephanie Ewan, also another associate producer, was amazing. We did casting quick, and then we found Anna Sharp, and she did a great job.
It really worked out.
Hi, Rachel Taylor here. Probably like the least fun part of our situation with filming, we shot 11 pages in 14 hours. As we were writing, it was like, cool, we're gonna 5 pages, 8 pages, it ended up at 11. It's fine. We'd only been asking people for that one day, and so it was just like, it's something we just have to do, we have to get it done. I think probably my least favorite part of that part was having to cut our shot list, because there are different like things that I wanted to be like, okay, we'll have these shots, making sure we had enough coverage, and then getting into the very first, the roughest cut. I was like, cool, I may never need to pick up a camera ever again, right? But then we ended up with this. So all of the fun parts, not fun parts, resulted in something that I'm incredibly proud of. So.
Anyone else want to answer? So now raise your hand if you went to school for this. Raise your hand if you just, you self-taught and you gotta just learn by trial and error. Well, how you learn? Raise that hand yet.
Like school, but I have a totally different degree
Okay.
from school.
Okay.
But I've trained over 20 years as an actor, and writing comes naturally for me.
Love
But
it.
I've trained as an actor.
And raise your hand if anybody had a mentor, anybody kind of guide you through the process. Really? So a lot of you, what I see is you kind of jumped into this and you figured it out. Is there anything, let's talk about what you would have done differently.
Budget it the right way.
Okay, so how do you let's get into resolution.
Yeah.
How do you budget the right
So
way?
let me say this. Okay, so we did crowdfunding first, and so we raised $16,000 for our film. So that was really cool. I had 3 budgets written down. I had my top tier when we went through pre-production, and then the mid, and then the bottom. And I think we landed on the mid. And so it was a lot of investment in myself. It was a lot of our pockets, my husband and I.
Right.
But I think that for me being the first time, I had this big vision and locations and all these things that was important to me. And I went way over. And so the lesson for me was to be realistic. If I want to do the mansion, then I need to plan better.
Right.
And I did the mansion, or some part of it. And so that was the lesson. But the budgeting is extremely important. And I tell Tarnisha, because she's in the process, and I'm not taking welcome and forth, but she's in the process of her own film. And so I always stick to the budget. Be realistic about what you want, and then raise the funds to do so.
One thing, the question was, what would you have done differently?
Yes.
Yeah. I think with this project, it was kind of like, it was our inaugural project working together as a duo, and one of our biggest things was we just wanted to make something, and so we didn't have no money starting off. We didn't even have a script, and we just gave ourselves a really tight timeline. And so when we went into the project, I think that was we didn't even do a lot of drafts. Maybe it was like 4 or 5 drafts, and then we were like, this is worth shooting. And so when we went into casting, we found our actress, and we were like, okay, we're just gonna pay out of pocket, and we went into the process of it. I think looking at it, there's things where I'd be like, yeah, we could have done this differently, or how she was just speaking to the timeline, where it would have been nice to maybe have done it over a couple days. But I think the biggest thing we took away from it was that when you start, like an object in motion stays in motion. So it was on the back end of it that we got money to finish it and things like that. But it's like if we hadn't even started, we wouldn't have even been able to receive that. So just allowing ourselves that liberty to make mistakes.
So you got started. That's the first thing too, because I get asked that often, like, how do I do it? How do I put out a book? And half the time these folks ain't got no book written. And I mean, well, just start there. You gotta write it first. Then we gonna have this conversation. Like, this conversation don't mean nothing then. So I am huge on manifestation. I'm a PK kid, so meaning I'm a preacher's kid. So I'm huge on the things that I say and I put out into the atmosphere. So we're gonna wrap it up with one thing that I want you to say that you need right now in this moment for your journey. What do you need? Tell the audience, tell those that are gonna be listening online, tell those that listen to this recording. What do you need for your journey right now? You only can say one thing. And we can, and then when you're done with that, say where people can follow you. Oh, don't be scared.
Hi, I'm Rachel Olivia Taylor, cinematographer and overall filmmaker, and I need your support in whatever way you can give it, whether that's locations or food, whether that's for catering or crafty, whatever you can give, even if it's just your time, right? If you're like, oh, hey, I have a couple of hours on a Saturday and I can pull up the set and I can be a runner for you, I can PA for you, whatever that looks like, whatever support you are willing to give and have the capacity to give, is appreciated in any way possible. Oh, Queen Taylor 22 on Instagram, as well as our production company, Scrappy Productions, SKRAPPI.
Scrappy Productions, I like it. You gotta say
I would say finances. It costs a lot of money to make things. And so one of our next goals is, we have another short that's also touring the festival circuit that we made after this one, but one of our next goals is to be making a indie feature, so support for that. And you can follow me at As Told by Ricky, that's RICKI.
Again, Shauna Stanford, writer director of The Best Time. I am working on a series based off this short film because I feel like the story is too important. A short film is not enough, and I have a pilot written, I'm ready to go, so I'm just looking for the right person to pitch it to, and yes, because it's a really powerful story that everyone can relate to, so that's where I'm at.
She looking for that yes, y'all.
Hi, Keenan Daly, director, DP, and editor of Brim. We're looking for investment. We're looking for investment and distribution partners. We're currently in the process of getting ready for our next feature. So we have it written, and now we're just in the process of looking for people to pitch to and actually come on the journey with us. So that's what we're looking for.
Okay. Oh yeah, your social media.
Thank you. What is it? Our production company is Visage Entertainment, and you can find that at VISAGEENT on Instagram and Facebook.
My name is Tarnisha Small. Again, with Welcome to the 40s. What I need is finances as well. I have started my crowdfunding campaign this week for A Beautiful Lie on Instagram and Facebook, if you do Facebook. It is also under A Beautiful Lie, where my good friend Sharonda Winston is an executive producer on. She is helping and mentoring me as well with the process, so that's what I need.
A Beautiful Lie, Seed and Spark. That's her project for Welcome to the 40s. We actually shot 7 episodes, and so we're fully completed for our season 1. We are in we need distribution. That is where we are now, but we have a full completed season 1, and we have concepts for 3 more seasons, so that's what we're looking for right now. But A Beautiful Lie right now is what I'm executive producing. It is a crowdfunding. We're at like 25-30% in 48 hours, so we're going to make our goal, but we definitely need your assistance. We're shooting in October, and if you go to Welcome to the 40s or A Beautiful Lie, you can actually see where we are, and you can contribute, and we'll $5, $2, whatever you got. That's what we need right now. Thank you.
All right.
Social. Welcome to the 40s on Instagram and A Beautiful Lie on Instagram. And again, Seed and Spark is where we're crowdfunding right now. Thank you for the reminder.
My name is Trudy Namara, just to repeat it, for the film Brim. I think that right now the biggest thing that we're needing, like he mentioned, is the distribution, but also as a production company, we are kind of proud of how we combine various forms of science into art, amongst other things that we do. And we're really excited to work with more researchers. This research project kind of came to us, so we were just kind of like, let's keep this direction going. So we're doing a couple film screenings at a couple universities all over the United States. And additionally, it'd be great to meet and collaborate with some scientists here from like any university in any field, like all the way from like environmental work to like astrophysics, anything that anyone who's ready for their art they created with their research to become something that is more traditionally art would be really valuable. So open to collaborations and networking as well. Thank you. And my socials are Trudy.Namara. My full name is TRUDE .Namara, which is NAMARA. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank y'all so very much. And I would say that because I'm put it out in the atmosphere too. I want y'all to open up your phones and I want you to Instagram or tweet or we get on Threads, get on TikTok and let everybody know your mama and your daddies and your aunts and your uncles and your cousins, all of them, and let them know that you are here at Black Writers Weekend to support the work that we're doing here and invite everybody else out next year to this experience. So please share the love and share the work that we're doing here and follow us on social media. Everything is Black Writers Weekend. Thank y'all so very much. I want y'all to stay here for some pictures. I want y'all to stick around, get you some popcorn and some drinks, and I want you to connect with these filmmakers. You already heard what they need. If you have what they need, connect with them and give it. Oh, we need some money too, y'all. I don't want to leave us. Thank y'all.
Down in Atlanta where rhythm drums strong, riders unite after a whole year gone. Heritage and history blended so sweet, a family reunion beat by beat. Ink on the page, hearts in a dance, past meets the future at every chance. Creativity flows like a beat so true, a family reunion, this joy is for you. Good vibes all rise and change on the way. We celebrate each other, our spirits play. Black writers speaking minds and flow together.